888-848-5420 or visit wellspan.org/sportsmedicine.
Join me, Steve Zabin, mornings at 6 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Quick look at what's going on around the league tonight. Our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. The biggest story that doesn't involve the Revs is the fact that the Skeeters were stranded bright and early this morning at Houston Hobby Airport due to Tropical Storm Bill. We can all be thankful that our travel day was yesterday and we are back. But the Skeeters were not able to fly out. I believe they're doing that now this afternoon, but they are not able to play their game at Long Island tonight, so that is postponed until a doubleheader tomorrow, and I believe that's the first time that the Skeeters have had to have a game postponed because they weren't able to fly out. First time I can recall weather-impacted air travel involving Sugar Land. Also around the league tonight, the series beginning involved Lancaster in Camden and Bridgeport at Somerset, both at 7:05 starts. The standings, Southern Maryland and Sugar Land, a virtual tie in the Freedom Division for first coming in tonight, and the Skeeters have won 10 straight, 28 and 23. Southern Maryland 2 fewer games played, 27 and 22. Liberty Division, that race has Somerset's lead at just 2 games, 34 and 15. Long Island 32 and 17, having won 3 in a row. And really, it's a 2-team race in both divisions with plus or minus 20 games to go for each team in the first half. Right now, Mark Mason and Stan Clyburn meeting at home plate to exchange the lineup cards and go over the ground rules. And we'll hear from Mace on the Broadway Transmission Managers Report up next.
Remember when the goal was to see how fast you could run home from school, play 99 straight innings of wiffle ball, or jump up onto anything? At WellSpan Health, we think making time to play is still a great goal. Being healthy is how you get there. And just in case your grown-up body can't keep up with your inner child, WellSpan Orthopedics walk-in injury care is there to help with a team specially trained in treating sprains, strains, and broken bones. If you have a WellSpan primary care physician, your visit is added to your electronic health record so your doctor may coordinate any follow-up care. You never need an appointment, and both our Apple Hill location in York and our new Hanover Orthopedics location are open evenings and weekends. You can get all the details about orthopedic walk-in injury care at wellspan.org/injury. At WellSpan Health, it's our goal to help you get healthy and stay healthy, no matter how old you are or how young you feel.
Do you have a child that wants to improve their basketball skills? Then look no further than York College of Pennsylvania on their upcoming basketball camp sessions in the Grumbacher Sport and Fitness Center. York College head men's basketball coach Matt Hunter will be hosting 2 camps for boys basketball, the first running from June 22nd to June 25th for boys aged 7 to 9 and boys aged 10 to 15. The second camp will be running from July 27th to July 30th, also for boys ages 7 to 9 and boys ages 10 to 15. Both camps will last from 10 to 12 for boys ages 7 to 9 and 9 to 4 for boys ages 10 to 15. There will also be a shooting camp hosted for both boys and girls August 3rd through August 6th for boys and girls ages 10 to 18. That camp will run from 9 to 12 each day. For registration information, visit ycpspartans.com or contact York College head men's basketball coach Matt Hunter via phone at 717-849-1614 or via email mhunter2@ycp.edu.
Revolution! The Straw at Santander Stadium. That's right, Darryl Strawberry will inspire the York Revolution crowd Saturday, June 27th for Faith and Family Night, presented by Christian School of York and Alan Mark Rattel, Allstate Insurance Agency. Come hear Strawberry speak on his personal story of redemption before the game. Then you can meet him and get an autograph. Visit YorkRevolution.com for all the details and tickets to June 27th. Post-game fireworks as well, presented by Sight and Sound Theaters. Faith and Family Night is June 27th.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse. For the latest on your York Revolution and tonight's matchup, it's the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. Now, here's Atlantic League Manager of the Year, Mark Nason.
All right, Mace. Well, obviously the big news today, a lot of moves surrounding this team. And first of all, let's talk about the new guys, Nash and Calderon, who are both going to be in the lineup tonight. Give us what you've learned about these two guys, and I know you had them out there for their first workout today as well.
Well, Nash we brought in because he has tremendous power numbers, so we're looking to enhance our power production. And Calderon, there's good reports on him. He was with the Yankees, where he was playing before I signed him. He was hitting home runs there, getting 2 or 3 hits a night. So some younger guys with some youthful energy, which I think is not a bad thing right now.
With injecting some power into the order, what kind of impact can it have just having the threat of that in there?
Well, it's always a threat, but it's a greater threat if you have the guys in front of them get on base, So if you have runners on base before it gets to those guys, it's hard to pitch around them. And that's one of the things that we had last year with Green always on base, and then that allowed Valdez to do some good things with Patterson and Chad Tracy behind him. So, we need to get the top of the order on base at a higher percentage, and I think if we do that, the power guys, Nash, Pounds, Perez, I think we'll see more production there.
To pare down, obviously you had to let go of 2 guys, and one other one made the decision himself. But I guess when you look at production, difficult moves have to be made on a personal level. We talk about that all the time.
Unfortunately, it's not about personalities. If it was, you probably wouldn't make a whole lot of moves during the course of the year. And as a manager, not only me but other managers in the league, when you sign players in the off season to bring them into play, we don't sign guys in the hopes of releasing anybody. We want guys to be able to play here, remain here all year if they don't get signed by somebody else, to go and play with an affiliate or maybe even out of the country. So you don't bring a team in expecting to release players, but there comes a point where as a manager you have to take a look at production and you have to look at what your eyes are telling you. And over the years, we've made some tough releases here. Ramon Castro, James Shanks, just to name a couple guys. So releasing guys is not fun. It's the worst part of the job, especially guys that you really like and that have been here with you, in the past. Those are hard moves to make, but, at some point I have to try to put a good product on the field for our fan base, the owners, the front office, so we need to keep making changes until we get it right, and hopefully these moves will help.
Yeah, yesterday, travel day, but an off day to kind of reset. You get back home, a little bit of a new look team tonight. Still pretty early in this season. I mean, how do you look at it as far as making moves and kind of hitting a reset button and continuing to get things in order? I mean, it's obviously you still have a long ways to go.
Yeah, we have 90 games left in the season, so we have 20 games left this half, and right now it's pretty much, we're trying to get Patterson and Mikey Reynolds ready to play. I think Patterson is getting closer, but what we're trying to do is the guys that have been pretty productive, we're trying to get them to get better, and the new guys that are coming in, we're trying to give them an opportunity to show what they can do. So that's where we're at right now. Obviously, the ultimate goal is to win. That's what we want to do. I do think we have the players here to do that, but players have to be, they have to be smart enough to make adjustments and stop trying to do the same thing day in and day out that hasn't been successful. So, as a coaching staff, I think we've tried to implement that philosophy. We're just having a hard time getting it to translate onto the field right now with the guys, and it's not for their lack of trying. It's just we just haven't been able to make the adjustments. So. We saw the games in Sugar Land, obviously. I thought we hit the ball much better than they did. I thought we did a lot of things better than they did, but where they were better than us was relief pitching and defense. And I think that's where we ended up losing the games. So, without making excuses, we spent 5 games worth of time in Sugar Land. We never got on the field one time. Between the travel day, they had something on the field Friday, a doubleheader, and a Sunday game. That kind of eliminated the trip to Sugar Land, getting out on the field. So today we try to take advantage of being able to get outside. We did infield, outfield. We took a good batting practice, and hopefully for the next 2 days, if the weather holds out, we're going to get a lot of work in as well.
And lastly, Mace, I thought Ray might be doing the game today. I wasn't sure if I would get out of the state of Texas. You had a front row view for that. What did you think of your radio guy getting pulled over?
I thought you were pretty patient. I thought the guy was getting pretty personal the way he was patting you down. But, I guess that goes with the territory when they're doing that. I would have filmed it, and you would have been able to put it up on social media, but I thought I'd get arrested. So I really didn't want to stand there with my phone up while they were treating you like a terrorist. So it was kind of funny, but you were able to get through that okay, and thankfully you're here.
No doubt. Mace, thanks a lot. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, that is Mark Mason on the Broadway Transmission Manager's Report. Make sure you know exactly where your license is before you go through the line. And ran into a guy who loved the power that was associated with his job and enjoyed flexing that yesterday. And he got all up in there. So, he didn't warn me to turn my head and cough, though. That would have been nice.
Oh, there avoids your next physical.
That's true. I passed.
There you go.
And made it back here. Time for your starting lineup for the Blue Crabs tonight, brought to you by Flying Feet. They'll have Fred Lewis in right field leading things off. Casey Stevenson, the third baseman, will hit second. Hitting third is the DH, Zach Wilson. Darrell Ward at first base will bat cleanup. Gustavo Molina does the catching and hits fifth. Jake Opitz at second base will bat sixth. Jovan Rosa in left field hits seventh. Anthony Vega in center field will bat eighth. And Grant Zawadzki is the shortstop hitting ninth. Again, Lewis, Stevenson, Wilson, Ward, Molina, Opitz, Rosa, Vega, and Zawadzki facing Matt Neal, who is ready to go as tonight makes his 14th appearance, 6th start, 1-3 with a 4.73. His first start against the Blue Crabs as Fred Lewis digs in, and away we go. Our Dasher Investment Services first pitch of the night is right there for a called strike. Get underway tonight, 6:33 on the stadium time. The 0-1. And it missed a little bit high on Lewis, left-hand hitter who's batting at .238. No home runs, 13 driven in. A 1-1 from Neal. He swings and chops a foul, first base side, into the York bullpen. Mike DeMark, a kick save, preventing a harrowing experience for his teammates. Sun-splashed evening and the wind blowing out toward right especially. Here's the 1-2. And it misses down and in. Blue Crabs in their road gray. The Revs in their alternate white tops with the navy and gold shoulder piping and the Revs script across the front. Alternate white paneled hats as well. Now the 2-2. And it's slapped on the ground toward the middle, and Valdez unable to pick it. Glanced off his glove into shallow center. Did have to range to his left, but will be charged with an error. And that is how things begin tonight. Lewis on base to start things. And here is Casey Stevenson. Another left-handed hitter who's batting at .289. 1 home run, 19 driven in. Lewis aboard. He's 4 for 5 in steals. Pitch from Neal is grounded right side. Starlin dives just under his glove and into shallow right. There's Southern Maryland right away with their first 2 men on. Stevenson barely got it into the outfield grass, but found the hole. They were playing at double play depth, and he had the majority of that right side of the infield open. And our K-man, Zach Wilson, will come up. 91 degrees on the stadium board here tonight. It is a warm one. Wilson, the DH, hitting at .276. 2 homers, 14 knocked in. Pitch from Neal is cued foul. Barely got a piece of it. Our plate ump tonight, Bill Worthington. And then brothers Sargent on the bases. Rob Sargent at first, Tim Sargent at third. We had those two together in Camden on a recent visit. There's the stretch from Neal, the 0-1, and jammed him. Grounded down to third, Pounds to second for one. Starlin the turn, and in time. As he had to deal with the slide of Casey Stevenson, he hung in there. Didn't get a lot on the throw, but got him at first. A 5-4-3 double play, and that'll help. 2 down. Lewis goes to third on it. And Neal looking to escape first inning trouble. And he will now face Darrell Ward with a runner at third and 2 outs. Ward hitting at .258, a homer and 8 knocked in. First pitch is right on Paniagua's setup. It's a called strike on the outside corner. Neal pitched well in his last start, but coming off a loss in Sugar Land. It's only his third home start. He deals, and it's tapped foul over by the first base on deck area. Pitched the travel day game at Sugar Land, 7 innings, 3 runs. Retired his final 9. He's looking for his first win as a starter here this season. It's not much of a knock on him. He's pitched pretty well. 0-2, and it misses high and away. Revs a little under 4 runs per start offensively in his 5 starts. His 1 win came in relief. There's the 1-2. And a fly ball, right center. Calderon's first chance and makes a running grab, sprinting into right center. And Calderon, the left-hand thrower, with the glove on his right hand, stuck it out. Glove hand side and on the move, ran it down. Kind of a one-hand basket grab in the gap. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error. And a runner left at third. Blue Crabs fail to score in the first at the end of a half inning.
All right, let's try this one. Wherever you are, WOYK is...
The Blue Crabs nothing, the Revs coming up.
How about wherever you are, WOYK is watching. Oh, no, that's creepy. Let's try this. Take Sports Radio 1350 on the go with the new WOYK mobile apps. Available for download today. Bingo. The new Sports Radio 1350, available anywhere via the WOYK mobile apps. First in York, first in sports.
Under center with McNabb and Malone.
How come every time we leave, I got to read about you saying something? You need to say those kinds of things on our show.
We do say it on the show, but it's about the questions. Hey, listen,
yes.
I well respect Jimmy Johnson and his accomplishments. I just don't feel like they're athletes. Yeah.
I know, man. You just open that trap up and it all comes down on your shoulders.
Hey, listen, my shoulders are big enough to carry it, and that was what I gave.
Under center, 3 p.m. Eastern on NBC Sports Radio.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Score, Revs come to bat for the first time tonight, facing Brian Baker, the righty. And here is the York lineup, brought to you by Flying Feet. Starlin Rodriguez at second base will get it started. Wilson Valdez, the shortstop, hits second. Hitting third is Brian Pounds, playing at third base. And then Telvin Nash will debut in the cleanup spot, DHing tonight. Nick Ferdinand hits behind him. He's in left. Andres Perez at first base will bat sixth. Jacob Calderon in right field hits seventh. Salvador Paniagua will catch and bat eighth. And Sean Smith in center field will hit ninth. Again, Rodriguez, Valdez, Pounds, Nash, Ferdinand, Perez, Calderon, Paniagua, and Smitty. As the first pitch of the night from Brian Baker is over for a strike. Rodriguez hitting at .222. Has hit safely in his last 4 in a row. And the 0-1. And he swings and misses on a cutter to the outer corner. No balls, 2 strikes. Hit the ball hard in that series in Texas. Here's the 0-2. And he shoots a foul the other way and off a seat on the first base side. Apparently the Barnstormers have signed Bryant Nelson, we're told. Big day for former Revs. Another 0-2. And a called third strike. Rodriguez kind of leaned toward it, took a long look, had a pitch away, and he's punched out by Bill Worthington. Baker coming in 2-3 with a 4.34 ERA for the Blue Crabs. 9 starts, 47 2/3 innings, 54 hits, 20 walks, 23 Ks. Opponent's hitting .289. He has been hurt by the long ball, 7 home runs, which is tied for the most given up in the league. Playing at Regency Furniture Stadium lends to a few of those. Here's Wilson Valdez. And the first pitch he sees is cut on and missed. He's hitting at .254. Has a current team high and a personal season high 7-game hitting streak coming in tonight. Baker the kick and the pitch. And a bouncing ball hit to short. 2 hops to Grant Zawadzki, Lance's younger brother, and he throws across to first for out number 2. Zawadzki brothers briefly teammates in Lancaster last season. Lance is still there. Grant now in Southern Maryland. And here is Brian Pounds. Everybody photoshopped with a nerd look on the board on Nerd Night. Pounds has the huge Harry Carey glasses. The first pitch from Baker is over for strike 1. Pounds on Sunday given his first off day of the year after Saturday's doubleheader. In Game 2, he fouled a couple nasty ones off his foot in the same at bat. Pitch is cut on and missed, a high cutter. He had started in each of the first 49 games of the year. Now Andres Perez, the lone Rev, to start in all 51. Not in that series in Texas. Pounds 7 for 13. Reach base 9 out of 15 times. A wind in the 0-2. And a breaking ball. He pokes it toward the middle. It'll crawl right past the second base bag and into center. And he stepped across first rather than rounding it, just in case one of the infielders got to it. He ran through the bag. It does find the outfield, though, right between second and short. And here comes Telvin Nash, who will make his Revs debut, DHing and hitting cleanup. We said he was wearing number 45, but with the alternates that they've got tonight, he will actually debut in 38. And Baker the stretch. First pitch to Nash is ripped and a base hit to left. He jumps on the first one he sees. Pounds up to second, and the Revs with 2 on and 2 out in the inning. First pitch swinging and rips it past the diving third baseman Casey Stevenson.
What's scary about that is that it made some contact that shot past towards left field, but he didn't get all of it.
Yeah, wait till he does. Last year at Double-A, he hit 22 home runs in 84 games. That's like barely over half a season in terms of games played. Here's Nick Ferdinand. First pitch breaks down and away. Ferdinand certainly has opened eyes with his recent debut and hitting at .368. Now through his first 11 games played. 2 doubles, 2 triples, 2 homers. There's the stretch. 1-0. And it misses inside. Pair of 2-out singles for the Revs here in the first. No score in the early going. Now Baker the stretch. And the 2-0. That misses high and tight. Andres Perez would be next. Baker 6'6", 212 pounds. 32-year-old righty. Into his stretch. And he deals. Paints the outside corner. That's a strike. Revs faced him once in that first series. 5 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs. They got to him, but he took a no decision. His team won. 3-1, and a foul tip back into the net. Good cut from Ferdinand. It was right on it. Full count. Both runners will have the head start. Revs scored 4 off Baker in the first inning on May 8th, but he allowed nothing after that. 3-2, they go, and Ferdinand lines it toward the gap in left center, and it's down for a hit. Past the diving Vega and all the way to the fence, and both runners will score. It's a 2-run double. Nick Ferdinand, his 7th extra base hit in his first 12 games with York. And the Revs out to a 2-0 lead in the first inning tonight. 3 consecutive 2-out hits, and Vega laid out for it in the gap in left center, and it hit and bounced the whole way to the fencing. Pounds and Nash both scoring on it. And Ferdinand now with 6 runs driven in. Here is Andres Perez. And he takes down and away for ball 1. If anything, if there would have been any impact, looking at the flag, the wind may have brought it closer to Vega, but laying out, unable to make the play despite the effort. Did all he could. Here's the 1-0. And a swing and a high fly ball in deep left center. Vega going back, got turned around and makes the catch. And there is an impact from the wind. He started playing it over his left shoulder, had to turn and play it over his right shoulder instead as the wind pulled it back towards center field. But approaching the left edge of the batter's eye fence, deep in left center, he makes the play. Revs rally with 2 outs, though. 2 runs on 3 hits, and we go to the second. It's 2-0 York.
Frustrated with the returns or the lack thereof in the stock market? Are you tired of giving back the returns you do make whenever there's a downturn? Would you like to keep the returns you make and have them locked in annually? Learn more about protecting your retirement and investment dollars. Call Tom Dasher Investment Services, 717-246-3879 or 717-487-2096. If your mutual funds are underperforming or your CDs aren't returning what you'd like, contact Tom Dasher Investment Services, 246-3879 or 487-2096.
Does your wealth advisor know how you take your coffee? At Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group, we genuinely get to know our clients, from their interests, goals, and dreams, right down to how they like their coffee. By understanding our clients on a personal level, we help them make wise financial decisions. In us, you will find a trusted confidant dedicated to your financial success. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a cup of coffee, or visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott, LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
An invasive pest that's already killed millions of ash trees is bearing down on our communities. The emerald ash borer, or EAB, means certain death for every ash tree it infects. The good news is that you can protect your property's ash trees with help from Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Our EAB prevention methods are effective, environmentally safe, and less costly than removing your dead tree, which is the only alternative to prevention. Learn more at heritagelawnandlandscape.com.
All about local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
First pitch swinging for Gustavo Molina, and he fouls one back a couple of rows in behind the backstop. No balls and a strike on Molina. Matt Neal will work with a 2-0 lead as we begin play here in the second inning. Andres Perez just missed extending that lead. which comes just a couple of nights. Here's the 0-1, and it's in the dirt. Couple of nights after he clobbered 2 balls to right field in Sugar Land that were caught. So he hasn't had a whole lot to show for the swings he's put on at the past few games, but really striking the ball well. There's a pitch down low. It's 2-1 on Molina, who is hitting at .280. 8 home runs for the Southern Maryland catcher, which is 1 off the league lead. The 2-1 pitch, and he swings and lines one to left field. Ferdinand will have to play it off the manual scoreboard, but he will hold him to just a single. It is an arch nemesis 1-base hit off the panels. The leadoff man does reach, but only 1 base.
That was a good work on Ferdinand's part to read it off the wall. He goes in closer, it's probably a double.
That's almost like a ball that's sinking in the outfield, and if you sell out and lay out, you might play it into extra bases. Play it cautiously, hold him to a single. Here's Jake Opitz, who looks at a fastball for a strike. Opitz was wounded when the Blue Crabs were here a little over a month ago. Only saw him in 1 game. Actually got hurt here. As he takes down low, it's a ball and a strike.
Since coming back, he's 10 for his last 19 and homered for the first time since May 2nd on June 9th. So Opitz getting back into the swing of things, literally.
Overall, just .238, but he's just trying to get some consistency as he swings here and lines a base hit to right. Perez was holding Molina, which opened up that room, and Opitz yanks it that direction. Back-to-back singles to start the inning, and for the second time in as many innings, the Blue Crabs have their first 2 on base. We'll bring up Jovan Rosa. In limited time with Southern Maryland has hit .346. The home run and 7 driven in. 7 RBIs in 8 games played since joining them. Stretch from Neal. And first pitch is yanked foul on the ground. Down past the third base dugout. When you talk about big presences in the batter's box, here's one. This is 6'3", 225. Previously been with Bridgeport. Neal the stretch, the 0-1. And it breaks down and away. Revs up 2-0 here in the top of the second. Blue Crabs with their first 2 men on, though.
Rosa earlier in Bridgeport, not as successful. 186 the average in 17 games, only 5 RBIs.
1-1. And that's down low as Paniagua blocks it. And the Connecticut natives, so the initial start with his home state team did not pan out the way you'd hope. Fletch is going to spend a timeout now and head out for a chat. Talk with Neal here probably about the approach and staying aggressive on these guys. A 2-0 lead, and don't want to mess around early after getting that early advantage. It was interesting, Ray. We had a chance to listen in as Neal and Paniagua went through their pregame meeting tonight. What really struck me, Neal did a lot of his talking in Spanish, and Paniagua did a lot of his in English, back and forth.
Goes to show you that those language classes you take in high school and in college do pay off. Much better Spanish than me.
That's something that not a lot of folks get to see, is the pregame meetings going over hitters and everything. On the 2-1, and he swings and pops it up. Perez at first, moves into foul territory, and he's got it. Catch is made for the first out. They got aggressive on him again and got him to pop it up, and one away here in the second. Here is Anthony Vega, who had been with Long Island and hadn't played much. with the Blue Crabs. Appears in his third game with them. 4 for 5 with a triple and 3 runs scored in his first 2 games with the Blue Crabs. Left-hand hitter, and he swings and skies one in center. Sean Smith will read it and tiptoes toward left center, makes the play. Molina will tag. Throw comes into short. Valdez will relay to third, and Molina just gets in. I think Smitty assumed he wasn't going to tag and go and tossed it in towards second base, where Valdez received it, and Molina saw that and broke for third and was able to beat the relay from Valdez. So 2 down in the inning, and Southern Maryland maybe shouldn't have been able to advance a base there, but they'll make it first and third with 2 outs. And they'll go after Grant Zawadzki, the younger brother of Lance, Lancaster's shortstop. Grant starts at short for Southern Maryland tonight. Neal the pitch to him, and he swings and misses, chasing up high. Hitting at .222. A home run, 11 driven in. 23 years of age. Stretch from Neal. The 0-1, and it misses down and away. Appeal at first, and they say he held off. Blue Crabs have dealt with some injury woes. Their starting center fielder, Antone DeJesus. Casey Frawley, starting infielder. Pitch to Zawadzki. It's a called strike at the top of the zone. And it's 1-2. DeJesus a foot. Frawley a head injury. They're both in the DL. And Vega and Zawadzki added as a result. Neal stretches. The 1-2. Breaking ball. Did he check? He's rung up anyway. A called third strike on a curveball from Neal, who works out of it for the second straight inning. First and second, no outs each time. In the second inning, it's 2 singles and 2 runners left. We go to the bottom half of the second. 2-0 York.
Broadway transmission? I don't know how they do it.
We've been in business for 60 years at the same location.
I don't know how they do it.
It's our long-term nationwide warranties.
Oh, and don't forget our online appointment scheduling.
I still don't know how they do it.
They toted my van at no cost with my repair.
It's our ATRA certified technicians. Don't forget the good-looking genius in the office.
Come on, man.
I know they helped me with financing. Still, with my bad credit, I don't know how they do it.
I did my research and felt comfortable that Broadway is a AAA approved specialty repair shop. I showed my AAA card and saved some hard-earned cash.
I was happy to get a $100 rebate in the mail after the job was done.
I sure don't know how they do it, but I do know they get it done, and they get it done right.
Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and back on the road fast. Check us out on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
WellSpan has helped many professional, student, and recreational athletes stay at the top of their game. And they can do the same for you. With a full spectrum of care, including sports nutrition, concussion management, orthopedic surgery, and physical therapy, our winning team can help you prevent an injury or treat one. For immediate care, call 1-877-482-5420 or visit wellspan.org/sportsmedicine.
For local sports on your smartphone, search WOIK at the App Store.
Revs on top, 2-0. We go to the bottom of the second. And Jacob Calderon will make his debut at the plate, as he will bat from the left-hand hitter, left-hand thrower. And Baker's first pitch to the new Rev is swung on and fouled off, third base side. I want to give a shout out to Sandy De Leon, who's tuned in tonight. Sandy coaching on the team that Calderon had been with. So the wind from Baker, the 0-1, and a fastball just in tight. Compared his swing to that of Ian Bladergroun's back in the day. Said it reminded him of that left-hand type swing. The pitch, and he swings and lines one toward right and sinking in, and it's a base hit. Each of the two new guys with singles in their debut at bats. And Calderon lands it in front of Fred Lewis coming in right field. It's a leadoff single to start the second. Played for the Orchard Beach Surge in the startup league that Sandy's coaching in. Calderon, the former Yankee farmhand. And on base right away, here's Paniagua as he takes the first pitch strike. Now the Revs with 4 hits here early on, and Andres Perez nearly made it 5. The 0-1. And a swing at a high fly ball hit deep in left field. Rosa backing up toward the fence, and now it's Vega over from center to squeeze it. As the wind brought it back, and Vega, the catch, just in front of the fence in left center. Paniagua barely missed. Launched that ball way up in the air. And initially, it looked like it was headed for the arch nemesis. Next thing you know, with that wind, it's all the way out in left center, and Vega's catching it. Well, one down. Here is Sean Smith. It was very nearly 4-0. And a pretty sweet swing put on it by Paniagua. The stretch from Baker. Sean Smith, the hitter. Throw over to first on Calderon. It was in the North Country Baseball League is the name of it. Also where Nick Ferdinand had been. Calderon was pretty much tearing it up there. First pitch to Smith. He reaches and sends one foul in the air off a picnic umbrella down behind section 2. Baker had him fooled. That pitch running away. Got him to reach at the end of it. Smitty hitting a .209. A home run. Couple of runs driven in. Stretch from Baker. 0-1. And that's in tight as Smitty bends back. Baker the stretch. And the 1-1. Swinging a fly ball right center field. Lewis charges in and runs it down. That one hung up for him to get to it. As he sped toward it, Vega took the back route to back him up. 2 down. We'll pause for station identification on Revolution Radio.
First in York. First in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350. WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
Here's Starlin Rodriguez with runner at first, 2 outs. First pitch from Baker is a called strike. Rodriguez a strikeout looking his first time. Baker with the 0-1. And a generous outside strike call as Molina sat there quietly, maybe a little off the corner. 0-2. Back to the plate again. And a little bit further out, that missed. 1-2. Baker started last year with Southern Maryland, went just 1-4, but had a solid ERA, 3.25. Well, he deals. And a swing and a line drive toward left center again. A long run. This one will carry and gone! Starlin Rodriguez, a bullet hit out of the park, a line drive home run. And now they double the lead, a 2-run shot to left center. And it's a 4-0 lead here in the second inning, his second with the Revs. It pierced through that wind and carried up and out, a line drive home run. And that thing was not very high off the ground the entire way. 2-run shot, he smoked it. And after Paniagua just missed on a towering drive, Starlin lines one through the wind and out. Here's Wilson Valdez now. And the first one misses down and away. I guess if you're going to hit it to left tonight, keep it low into that wind.
Or just rip it to right field.
Or that. There's the 1-0. Man, that's over for a strike. Man, are they putting some sweet swings on it here early.
And now both newcomers, Nash and Calderon, have scored runs.
Baker, who stands angled toward third as he starts his windup, he delivers, and it breaks down and away and skips all the way back. 2-1.
Out on the LED board in center field, we have some fun facts on Revs players. So, Daryl, we don't need to make game notes for our compatriots and opposite teams, I think.
2-1. And a bouncing ball toward the middle at second base. It's backhanded and cut off by Opitz, but he can't get him. Valdez legs it out. Infield hit, beating the off-balance attempt from the second baseman. And the Revs now with 6 hits in the first 2 innings tonight. Starlin's home run gave him a 5-game hitting streak. Valdez infield hit gives him an 8-gamer. And yes, career facts added to the LED boards. Brian Pound's draft info is up there. Nice job from the guys down the way as Baker throws over to first.
They weren't even listening. That'll teach us.
Yeah, it's the last time we've mentioned them. Valdez next steal will tie the Revs record, and he's going to try it here. It's taken down and away. Throw to second. He's in there. And he ties the franchise record. Wilson Valdez, 69th stolen base all-time with York. And it matches the mark set by Scott Grimes. And he's at second base. Wasted no time on his first try of the night. A slider on Pounds that missed. It's 1-0. And he'll try to drive him in. Baker delivers, and a changeup just inside, ball 2.
That stolen base. Now Wilson Valdez within 1 of tying Brian Sabatella, who leads the league in stolen bases at 15.
And he hits one foul on the ground down the first base side. 2-1 to Pounds, who started the 2-run first inning rally with a 2-out seeing eye hit that crept up the middle. Have some cloud cover rolling across with that wind coming from the north. There's the stretch, the 2-1, and it's down and away. Talvin Nash awaits on deck. So a franchise record has been matched. Valdez next one will make him the all-time leader himself. The first to reach 70. The 3-1, and that's down and away, and Pounds will walk. Speaking of league leaders, Pounds among the tops in the league in free passes drawn. That is his 29th, which ranks third. And here comes Talvin Nash. Nash jumped on the first pitch he saw and singled to left his first time up. First offering this time misses away. So the new guys, each 1 for 1 with a run scored. Nash, who's listed at 6'1", 230. 24-year-old from Griffin, Georgia. Pitch and swings and misses. A breaking ball down and away. Spent his entire career in the Astros system, a third-round pick. Been as high as Double-A, including this season. He was at Corpus Christi. 1-1, and a swing and a miss. A cutter down and away. "102 home runs in 7 pro seasons. Career high was 29 in the California League in 2012. He was drafted in 2009. Stretch, and Baker will look Valdez back at second. This season at Double-A, Nash was on pace to hit 33 home runs. He had 7 in 30 games. 27 RBIs in 30 games. Pitch, that's way outside. He was on pace for 128 runs driven in. Arrived here last night. Here's the stretch from Baker. The 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Went slow with the hook and got him swinging. But the Revs doubled the lead with 2 more runs on 3 more hits. And Starlin Rodriguez, his second home run with York. A piercing shot through the wind and out to left center. 2 runners left on. We go to the third. It's a 4-0 Revs lead.
Maple Donuts understands that Father's Day has unfortunate timing. It's basically only a month after Mother's Day, which means by the time Father's Day strolls into town, all of your creative gift-giving juices have run dry. Am I right? I mean, this annual gift-giving nonchalance has spawned decades of gaudy ties with flashing LED lights, painted rocks, grilling utensils, and cooking aprons shouting poignant bits of dadology. Maple Donuts would like to suggest a different celebration, Father's Day month. Start Dad off with a Maple Donuts Baker's Dozen. Brighten up his work week with some all-time Maple Donut favorites. Glazed, chocolate peanut-covered, candy-coated, or the always yummy jelly-filled. Add some fun to his weekend with a dozen Maple donut holes. Come on, don't waste time browsing goofiestgiftsfordad.com. Just pull into any Maple Donuts location and thank your dad for being awesome all this month with a fresh maple donut and a big old powder sugared bear hug. Trust me, it'll rocket you back to the top of his favorite child list.
Maple Donuts taste right.
Joel's Painting and Contracting is a proud sponsor of the York Revolution. They are also a partner in the maintenance of Santander Stadium. Joel's Painting and Contracting is the highest rated painting company in York and Lancaster County. Now is the time to call for great deals on all your interior and exterior projects. A community partner with thousands of happy clients. Hit a home run of Joel's Painting and schedule an appointment today or give them a call at 717-471-4273. That's 717-471-4273 for Joel's Painting and Contracting.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Top of the third, a 4-0 lead for the Revs. Neal's first pitch low on Fred Lewis. Top of the order leads it off. Next one is in for a called strike. The left-hand hitting outfielder. 1-1. The wind and the pitch. And it misses up and away. 2 balls and a strike. Blue Crabs have had the first 2 reach in each of the first 2 innings, but Neal has worked out of it. 2-1, and it's swung on and fouled back against the screen. Lewis reaching on an error to start the game in the first inning. The wind and the 2-2, and he jammed him. Fisted on the ground, pounds over to his left from third, and he fires to first to get him. And with Lewis running, you don't have a ton of time to mess around. Pounds got away from his spot, shifting over way to his left, and handles it smoothly. You know, Ray, with all this excitement, you know what we forgot to do?
What did we forget to do?
Name our Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care home run contestant and now winner tonight.
Oh.
So let's dig and find the name that we had previously selected. Here's Casey Stevenson, who takes a strike. Stevenson a single to right, his first time up. Neal delivers and is swinging a fly ball to center field. Smitty is in. He waits in straightaway center and squeezes it. Have a gray cloud out over center field, and the ball sunlit, shining against it as it hung up there on its way down to Smitty. 2 down in the inning, quickly. Zach Wilson coming up. So I'm going to have to dig a little bit further for this name that we select them way ahead of time. As Zach Wilson takes the first pitch strike. Missy Hamby has won tonight. Congrats, Missy. Here's the 0-1. And a swing and a miss on a cutter from Neal. So, Missy, you can stop by the Apple Chevrolet ticket office at your convenience. Claim your prize pack, courtesy of the Revs, Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. As Wilson fouls one back to the net. And, of course, WOYK. Wilson hit into a double play his first time. Neal with the pitch. And a breaking ball in the dirt. Revs a 4-0 lead here in the top of the third. Neal winds, fires, and misses upstairs. It'll be 2-2. The sunlight now hidden. As that cloud cover moves over. Neal lifts, strides, fires, and missed him up and tight. As Wilson bailed away from it, 3-2. He was ahead, now ends up with a full count. And the payoff pitch. Called third strike. Breadsticks as he drills Paniagua's glove on the outside corner. His first 1-2-3 inning of the night. Neal sets him down in order. We go to the bottom of the third. 4-0 York.
Providing quality services efficiently and in a timely manner to its clients is the mission of the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins. GSLSC is equipped to handle any real estate transactions, leases, residential and commercial real estate settlements, zoning issues, and all matters involving municipalities. They are also experienced in the formation and operation of family real estate ventures that are tax sensitive to the needs of the investors. Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins is an approved title insurance agency and can provide you with title insurance and legal representation at one low cost when buying a home or investment property. Don't risk any real estate settlement without an experienced real estate attorney from the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins at your side. Phone 717-757-7602. They've been handling residential and commercial real estate matters in South Central Pennsylvania for more than 50 years. With mortgage interest rates at an all-time low, now is the time to buy or refinance. Phone 717-757-7602 today or visit their website, gslsc.com.
The best softball players in the country are coming to Central PA when National Pro Fast Pitch invades the Susquehanna Valley for the first time ever. The Pennsylvania Rebellion and the USSSA Pride face off in a regular season series June 25th to June 27th in York and Lancaster. It all kicks off with a clinic for future stars on June 24th in York. Game 1 is June 25th at Santander Stadium. Games 2 and 3 shift to Clipper Magazine Stadium on June 26th and 27th. For more information, visit YorkRevolution.com.
York Sports on your mobile device or online at WOYK1350.com.
Revs a 4-0 lead. We go to the bottom half of the third, and Nick Ferdinand will lead things off. He opened the scoring with a 2-run double in left center in the first inning. All 4 of the Revs runs tonight have scored with 2 outs, 2 in the first, 2 in the second. Ferdinand notched his 7th extra base hit in 12 games with York. First pitch of the inning from Baker ran in as Ferdinand turned and took it. Baker lifts and delivers. And a half swing. Ferdinand fooled a bit and went around. I mentioned last year Baker started the year with Southern Maryland. As he deals home. And this one grounded to third base. Couple of hops to Casey Stevenson, who fires across in time to get him. 1 away. And he also last year pitched in Australia and in the Mexican League. Last start was against Long Island, a no decision. 5 innings, 3 runs, 8 hits. He has lost his last 2 decisions at Sugar Land and at home against Bridgeport. He has not gone 5 in either of those. Here's Andres Perez, who swings and misses off speed. So the last 3 starts, Baker's gone 5 innings or fewer in each of those 3. The previous 3, he had gone 6 innings or more and allowed exactly 1 earned run in all 3, winning 2 of the 3. As Perez pops this one up, Molina over toward the Revs on deck area, and it landed on the top of the ledge and caromed up into the stands. Right next to the York dugout, it's 0-2. Bless you.
Baker also passing a milestone here tonight with his 1,000th inning pitched already.
He deals, and it's down and away, 1-2. It's held righties to just over 200 with the average this year. Lefties over 300. As Perez swings and pops it up. Center field. Vega stutter steps in as he reads it. Now makes the catch. And that time Baker got Perez off balance a bit. 2 down. 2 down. Jacob Calderon coming up. Singled to right and scored in his debut at bat, leading off the second. And the pitch from Baker. He swings and rips one fair down the first base line. Rattles in the corner, and he hustles for 2. Lewis, the throw in. He's there standing. Jacob Calderon scalds it down the first base line. Barely a chance for Darrell Ward to react to it. And it's a double. Revs with their 7th hit, and he's 2 for 2. They roll the ball into the Revs dugout. Are they going to keep that for him? His first extra base hit? Or were they just throwing it back in anyway? Well, either way, it's there if he wants it. Here's Paniagua, who just missed a home run in his last at-bat. First at-bat tonight. Hit one that appeared headed for Arch Street, and the wind brought it over toward left center, and Vega, running parallel to the fence, was able to catch it. First pitch here is swung on and missed. Baker kept this one down. The one that Paniagua hit last inning, he hung up and over the plate, and it was a sweet swing. It just got tied up in that wind. Now they cut behind from second. Calderon saw it and got back with Opitz, the second baseman, pinching over. Baker ready. And the 0-1 swung on, and a broken bat bouncer foul down to Mikey Reynolds at first. He grabbed it with the left hand, fortunately. Ray, if you had a broken bat, what would you do?
Well, I'd exchange it for a new one, but if I have an emerald ash borer in mine, I'd definitely take it to the folks at Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care Fans and their generous sponsors of our fan service center as well.
Yes, they are. What if you had a broken ash tree?
I'd call the guys at Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care.
You can visit them online at heritagelawnandlandscape.com. Paniagua with new lumber. And Baker with the 0-2. And a check swing foul back into the netting.
It is getting darker real quick. Gray is the color of note right now.
I don't think we're due for anything, though, are we?
Wind picking up. Maybe just front coming through.
It's a fun sky, though. 0-2 pitch. A fastball just missed away. Skeeters didn't think that the Houston sky was too fun this morning. They were stranded temporarily by Tropical Storm Bill. Fortunately, we were not. There's the 1-2. And a ground ball foul down toward Polo at third.
You know, tropical storms are no laughing matter. They can be dangerous stuff. Bill is not the most foreboding name of a storm.
Billy.
Board up the windows. Bill's rolling into town.
Baker, a look back, and delivers. And a line drive up the middle and a base hit. Calderon being sent, and Vega's throw in will be late. He scores standing. Paniagua with the RBI single to center, and it's a 5-0 lead here in the bottom of the third. Calderon 2 for 2, 2 runs scored, and Paniagua behind in the count, got one he could hit, smacked it up the middle, and as it was slowing down in center, Calderon a good bet to score, and indeed was able to outrun it. Revs with their 8th hit, multiple hits in every inning, and here's Sean Smith as Baker cuts one down and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Saw on Twitter this morning that Ira was featured on Houston's ABC affiliate. They interviewed him at the airport as Smitty takes an off-speed offering for a strike.
Well, he's got to be used to the lights and the cameras being on ESPN3 every now and then.
Smitty, a fly out to right his first time. The pitch to him is swung on and hit high in the air in center. Vega has to scamper back on this one. And now over into right center, and he's got it. Another good swing put on it. Smith got a little bit underneath. But the Revs have scored in each of the first 3 innings, and again they rally with 2 outs every time so far. 1 run on 2 hits, 1 left. Ray will have the play-by-play as we go to the 4th. At the end of 3, it's 5-0 York.
Hey, buddy, what's wrong?
Oh, I just had a rough day at work. I wish I could take a vacation.
Buddy, you don't need to take a vacation to feel like you're on a vacation. You just need Soul Burrito.
Soul Burrito? What's that?
The official burrito of the York Revolution.
Sounds pretty good.
Yup, they have a Jamaican sensation, a delicious coconut curry chicken burrito. The south of the border, a sweet and spicy marinated chicken burrito. And if you're really hungry, try the greedy.
The greedy?
Yes, tender steak roasted and intertwined with marinated chicken stuffed in the burrito. These flavors will tantalize your taste buds.
Wow, never mind a vacation. Let's go to a York Revolution game and get some Soul Burrito.
Let's go.
Soul Burrito. Burritos with a touch of soul.
Whether it's for sport, protection, or recreation, Spar Firearms is the best place to go for all of your firearm needs. With a large selection of new and used firearms, Spar carries an array of brands, as well as ammo and other accessories. Whether you're an avid collector, sharpshooting expert, hunter, or weekend enthusiast, Spar Firearms provides everything you need, no matter your experience. For the best in convenience, selection, and customer service, visit Spar Firearms, 6108 Carlisle Pike in Mechanicsburg, and online at sparfirearms.com.
Tires aren't all the same, and neither are tire dealers. So find a dealer who carries Michelin and BF Goodrich tires. Michelin offers safe, fuel-efficient, long-lasting tires that provide exceptional performance and extraordinary value. BF Goodrich tires are built for drivers looking for high performance and aggressive styling. Next time you need tires, don't deal with amateurs. See the tire experts. The friendly, knowledgeable sales team at L&M Tire and Wheel in Abbottstown can help you take changing weather in stride and save.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
First pitch from Matt Neal to Darrell Ward, swung on and fielded by Starlin Rodriguez at second, and an easy throw over to Andres Perez for the first out of the top of the fourth, as the Revs still lead the Blue Crabs 5-0. Ray Jensen here with you from Santander Stadium. One away already here as Molina and Opitz now due up for the Blue Crabs. Matt Neal looking quite strong thus far in his outing. Has managed to quiet the Blue Crabs somewhat, even though they already have 3 hits already. First offering from Neal to Molina, just outside for ball one, down near the dirt as well. The 1-0 from Neal. Swung on by Molina, tracking towards center field, shallow center field. It's going to fall right in front of Smitty for a base hit. So Molina 2 for 2 now today, as runner at first with 1 out, and Jake Opitz now at bat. Still a 5-0 Revs lead, top of the fourth. Their 4th hit of the night for the Blue Crabs. Opitz was injured last time the Revs saw the Blue Crabs here at Santander Stadium. Just recently making his way back healthy to the team. First offering from Neal to Opitz, swung on by Opitz, hit fair, but heading towards left center field, and Nick Ferdinand is there, put it away. Got good contact on it from Opitz, but Ferdinand read it completely, and now 2 away here with a runner at first, and Jovan Rosa at the plate. Revs looking to keep this a 5-0 lead. Rosa earlier popped out the first. Dre tracked it down in foul territory. First offering from Neal, down near the dirt, snatched up by Paniagua, ball one. Rosa, of course, the former Bridgeport Bluefish, played 17 games for Bridgeport. Currently in his 8th professional season. And the 1-0 from Neal. Rosa will take it looking for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. Gustavo Molina at first of a single. Revs looking to maintain a 5-0 lead here in the top of the fourth. 1-1 from Neal. Swung on by Rosa, fielded by Pounds at third, and quick toss over to Rodriguez at second to end the inning. So 1 run, or 1 hit, and still a 5-0 Revs lead. They're keeping the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs scoreless here as we now head to the bottom of the fourth. Still 5-0 Revs.
Remember when the goal was to see how fast you could run home from school, play 99 straight innings of wiffle ball, or jump up onto anything? At WellSpan Health, we think making time to play is still a great goal. Being healthy is how you get there. And just in case your grown-up body can't keep up with your inner child, WellSpan Orthopedics walk-in injury care is there to help with a team specially trained in treating sprains, strains, and broken bones. If you have a WellSpan primary care physician, your visit is added to your electronic health record so your doctor may coordinate any follow-up care. You never need an appointment, and both our Apple Hill location in York and our new Hanover Orthopedics location are open evenings and weekends. You can get all the details about orthopedic walk-in injury care at wellspan.org/injury. At WellSpan Health, it's our goal to help you get healthy and stay healthy, no matter how old you are or how young you feel.
The Straw at Santander Stadium. That's right, Darryl Strawberry will inspire the York Revolution crowd Saturday, June 27th for Faith and Family Night, presented by Christian School of York and Alan Mark Rattel, Allstate Insurance Agency. Come hear Strawberry speak on his personal story of redemption before the game. Then you can meet him and get an autograph. Visit YorkRevolution.com for all the details and tickets to June 27th. Post-game fireworks as well, presented by Sight and Sound Theaters. Faith and Family Night is June 27th.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Welcome back to Santander Stadium. Here now in the bottom of the fourth. Still a 5-0 Revs lead over the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Due up this inning, Starlin Rodriguez, Wilson Valdez, and Brian Pounds. First offering from Brian Baker to Starlin Rodriguez. Right down the chute for strike one. Baker looking to go 4 innings tonight. 0-1, swung on and missed by Rodriguez. Takes a tumble at the plate. And to outstretch himself in that swing and lost his footing. Seems all right, though, as he steps out for a moment. Darrell Henry returns of a salad. None for me, thank you. The 0-2. Swung on and missed by Rodriguez. Strikeout for Rodriguez, his second of the night, despite a 2-run home run earlier in the second. So 1 away now with Wilson Valdez due up. Earlier, Wilson hit a 6-3 ground out and singled. Also tied the Revs' all-time lead in stolen bases. 69, tying the mark set by Scott Grimes. First offering from Baker, just outside for ball one. Would not be surprised for Valdez to go for number 70 later this evening. 1-0 from Baker. Swung on by Valdez and foul to the right side. Over the stadium. That had some hit behind it. 1-1 count now. One from Baker. Swung on by Valdez and hit foul again, this time off the netting. It lands behind the plate. Currently Valdez on a season-high 7-game hitting streak. The 1-2. Just outside for ball two, and extend that to 8. The single earlier. So Valdez hitting his stride. 2-2 count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 from Baker, swung on by Valdez. And hit foul off the signs near the mezzanine. Into the stands. Everyone's all right. A 5-0 lead for the Revs here in the bottom of the fourth. 8 hits for the Revs thus far this evening. 4 for the Blue Crabs. Seems no matter the score, the Blue Crabs will put hits on the board. 2-2. Swung on and missed by Valdez. Strikeout for him. So Baker looked to strike out the side. But Brian Pounds looked to prevent that as he's due up now. Earlier singled in the first and walked in the second. With Blake Galen's departure from the Barnstormers, who was leading the league on bases on balls at 34 before his departure, being signed by the Angels. Fred Lewis now the league leader of 32. Pounds now 29. First offering from Baker, swung on by Pounds and soars foul and out of play. A valuable talent to accrue walks. The 0-1 from Baker. Swung on and ripped towards the third base side. Stevenson tried to make a play on it, but it dribbles past him. Zawadzki back to shallow left to make a play, but no play to be made, and Brian Pounds is that first standing of a single. Pound's second single of the night as Telvin Nash, the newcomer, due up. Led off his Revs debut of his single in the first, but struck out in the second. Looking at another base runner here. First offering from Baker to Nash. Ripped foul on the third base side towards the visiting bullpen. Pound's hit, now the 9th hit for the Revs tonight. A 5-0 lead for the Revs here in the bottom of the fourth. The 0-1 from Baker. A little high, ball one. Even 1-1 count. Now the 1-1 from Baker. Swung on and missed by Nash. And 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nash will look to advance Pounds, who's standing at first after a single. Managed to get it past Casey Stevenson, third base side. 1-2 from Baker. Swung on by Nash and popped way up in the air, tracking back towards left field. Sawatsky has a play on it, and he'll make it. So heading all the way towards shallow left, and Grant Sawatsky able to put it away for the final out of the inning. So 1 hit, 1 left on base, but still a 5-0 Revs lead over the Blue Crabs as we now head to the top of the 5th.
Where will you find the kinds of deals on athletic footwear that are too hot to keep indoors?
Outside, under the tent.
Of course!
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes annual tent sale is back. This Friday and Saturday only. Father's Day weekend just wouldn't be complete without a money-saving stop under the tent for this once-a-year Flying Feet event. Greg Baum and his staff have combed through their enormous back room and tagged some of this year's best deals. Save on thousands of discontinued and one-of-a-kind athletic shoes for men, women, and children at astonishingly low prices. Running shoes, cheerleading shoes, walking shoes, hiking boots, soccer cleats, volleyball shoes, all kinds of shoes for all kinds of activities. Athletic socks and apparel on sale too. 10 sale items are self-service only, so allow plenty of time to shop and try on. Cash or check with ID only. No charges accepted. Please come prepared.
Flying Feet.
The annual tent sale at Flying Feet Sports Shoes. 1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York. Friday 10 to 9, Saturday 9 to 4. All sales final.
Frustrated with the returns or the lack thereof in the stock market? Are you tired of giving back the returns you do make whenever there's a downturn? Would you like to keep the returns you make and have them locked in annually? Learn more about protecting your retirement and investment dollars. Call Tom Dasher Investment Services, 717-246-3879 or 717-487-2096. If your mutual funds are underperforming or your CDs aren't returning what you'd like, contact Tom Dasher Investment Services, 246-3879 or 487-2096.
Follow York Sports on your Android. Search Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Welcome back to Santander Stadium, now in the top of the 5th. Still a 5-0 Revs lead in a special message played on the video board for Revs reliever Sean Tuffle. We'll get to that in a bit. The first offering from Neal to Anthony Vega to lead off with the Blue Crabs. Just high for ball 1. Sean Tuffle, the proud father of a new baby girl. And Darrell Henry knows all about that experience of childbirth firsthand. Next offering from Neal to Vega, right down the chute for strike 1, and even 1-1 count, but happy moment for Sean Tuffle. 1-1 from Neal to Vega, just outside for ball 2, a 2-1 count. Vega, of course, started the season with the Ducks. 2-1 from Neal. Finds the zone again, this time for strike 2, a 2-2 count. Vega earlier flew out to center field. And 2-2. Swung on by Vega and hit foul towards the third base side, hitting an empty seat in the stands. And rolls in front of the Blue Crabs bullpen. And Blue Crabs reliever will come out and grab that. Taking his time. Pitch from Neal. Swung on by Vega. Popped way up, heading towards the third base side. Pounds tracking back on it. Valdez will call him off and make the play. So both Valdez and Brian Pounds had a play on that high lifting shot from Vega. But Valdez would call it and put it away. So one away here. Grant Zawadzki now up. Still a 5-0 Revs lead here. In the top of the fifth. 9 hits for the Revs thus far this evening. 4 for the Blue Crabs. Zawadzki settles in. First offering from Matt Neal. Swung on and missed by Zawadzki. Earlier struck out in his first at-bat in the second. Of course, if you recognize the last name, yes, he is the brother of barnstormer Lance Zawadzki. 0-1 from Neal to Zawadzki. Swung on and hit fair. Trails towards Starlin Rodriguez at second. And an easy throw from Rodriguez to Perez at first to put away Zawadzki. 2 away now. Fred Lewis is due up. Earlier, Lewis reached on an error in his first at bat, then grounded out the third, his second time up. Currently the lead leaguer in bases on balls with Blake Galen's departure. First offering from Neal. And Lewis will take it looking for strike one. The 0-1 from Neal. Swung on by Lewis and hit foul towards the Blue Crabs bullpen. And they'll toss it to a fan in the stands. And he'll give it to a kid. Right on you, sir. So, young Revs fan of a souvenir here. 0-2 from Neal. Just down near the dirt. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2. Swung on and missed by Lewis in a 1-2-3 inning for Neal. His second tonight. And we go to the bottom of the fifth. Still a 5-0 Revs lead.
An invasive pest that's already killed millions of ash trees is bearing down on our communities. The emerald ash borer, or EAB, means certain death for every ash tree it infects. The good news is that you can protect your property's ash trees with help from Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Our EAB prevention methods are effective, environmentally safe, and less costly than removing your dead tree, which is the only alternative to prevention. Learn more at heritagelawnandlandscape.com.
Do you have a child that wants to improve their basketball skills? Then look no further than York College of Pennsylvania on their upcoming basketball camp sessions in the Grumbacher Sport and Fitness Center. York College head men's basketball coach Matt Hunter will be hosting 2 camps for boys basketball, the first running from June 22nd to June 25th for boys age 7 to 9 and boys age 10 to 15. The second camp will be running from July 27th to July 30th, also for boys ages 7 to 9 and boys ages 10 to 15. Both camps will last from 10 to 12 for boys ages 7 to 9 and 9 to 4 for boys ages 10 to 15. There will also be a shooting camp hosted for both boys and girls August 3rd through August 6th for boys and girls ages 10 to 18. That camp will run from 9 to 12 each day. For registration information, visit ycpspartans.com or contact York College head men's basketball coach Matt Hunter via phone at 717-849-1614 or via email mhunter2@ycp.edu.
There's only one place for local high school sports. Sports Radio 1350.
Welcome back to Santander Stadium. Here now in the bottom of the fifth. Still a 5-0 Revs lead over the Blue Crabs. And it stayed that way thanks to a 1-2-3 inning from Matt Neal, his second of the night, which included his third strikeout of the night. Ferdinand now at the plate for the Revs. Due up Ferdinand, Perez, and Calderon. First offering from Baker to Ferdinand. Outside for ball 1. On the 1-0 from Baker. Right down the middle for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Baker now looking to go 5 innings as well. So far, he's had 4 strikeouts. The 1-1. A little low near the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. The wind's starting to pick up again. No, wait, that's just the fan. Mechanical wind fooled me. 2-1. Swung on by Ferdinand and popped way up in the air, tracking towards center field. Vega will track it down and put it away for the first out. Ferdinand couldn't get all of what he wanted out of that pitch, and Vega able to read it as it careened up towards the sky and right towards his glove. So 1 away here is Perez now at the plate. Andres Perez earlier has popped out to center field both times. First offering from Baker. A little high and away for ball 1. 1-0 in the count. The 1-0. Just a little inside this time for ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. 2-0 from Baker. He'll find the zone this time for strike 1. Perez in series in Sugarland, not the best of series, only went 3 for 18. Double, a run scored, and a walk. Had his best day on Sunday where he went 2 for 4 at the plate. Next offering from Baker. Got the inside strike. Dre reaching back a bit. Darrell Henry not a fan of that, so he stuffs his face with food. 2-2 the count. 2-2 swung on by Dre and popped way up in the air. Molina will drop, mask, and make a play on it, but snatched away by his pitcher. Brian Baker called him off at the last minute and snatches it right in front of him. Wanted that one himself, apparently, but now 2 away here with Jacob Calderon now up. Newcomer who's 2 for 2 thus far. A single and a double. Has scored on both of those. First offering from Baker, swung on by Calderon. And that'll go foul towards the third base side, way over the stadium. Past the Soul Burrito truck. 0-1 the count. Next pitch from Baker, inside for ball 1. One from Baker. Swung on by Calderon and be fielded by Opitz at second. Quick throw over to Ward at first. And that'll end the inning. So Revs not able to put another one on the board, but regardless, they still lead the Blue Crabs 5-0 as we now head to the top of the 6th.
Maple Donuts understands that Father's Day has unfortunate timing. It's basically only a month after Mother's Day, which means by the time Father's Day strolls into town, all of your creative gift-giving juices have run dry. Am I right? I mean, this annual gift-giving nonchalance has spawned decades of gaudy ties with flashing LED lights, painted rocks, grilling utensils, and cooking aprons shouting poignant bits of dadology. Maple Donuts would like to suggest a different celebration, Father's Day month. Start Dad off with a Maple Donuts Baker's Dozen. Brighten up his work week with some all-time Maple Donut favorites. Glazed, chocolate peanut-covered, candy-coated, or the always yummy jelly-filled. Add some fun to his weekend with a dozen Maple donut holes. Come on, don't waste time browsing goofiest gifts for dad.com. Just pull into any Maple Donuts location and thank your dad for being awesome all this month with a fresh maple donut and a big old powder sugared bear hug. Trust me, it'll rocket you back to the top of his favorite child list.
Maple Donuts taste right.
The best softball players in the country are coming to Central PA when National Pro Fast Pitch invades the Susquehanna Valley for the first time ever. The Pennsylvania Rebellion and the USSSA Pride face off in a regular season series June 25th to June 27th in York and Lancaster. It all kicks off with a clinic for future stars on June 24th in York. Game 1 is June 25th at Santander Stadium. Games 2 and 3 shift to Clipper Magazine Stadium on June 26th and 27th. For more information, visit YorkRevolution.com.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Top of the sixth inning, a 5-0 lead for the Revs, as Casey Stevenson will lead things off, 2, 3, and 4 in the order for Southern Maryland. And my thanks to Raymond for the last couple of innings. Neal's first pitch to Stevenson is popped up, and Valdez pointing it short. He's now going to come in and play it, and makes the catch as he trots across the edge of the infield grass. One down. It was either going to be Valdez or Pounds, and Willie took it, a one pitch out. Zach Wilson up next. Neal at 61 pitches entering this inning. First offering to Wilson is down and away. Wilson, a ground ball double play and a strikeout looking. And he was the K-man tonight, so that went well. There's the 1-0. And a fastball in the zone, a called strike. Difficult selection process on those, right?
No.
No? Okay.
I literally go with whoever has a K in their name.
It's the 1-1. And a curveball just missed outside. So you have a formula that you stick to.
Mm-hmm.
2-1 pitch. And a fastball just inside. Neal kicks and fires, and there's a strike right where Paniagua was set up. 2-2, 3-2. And the payoff pitch swung on and bounced softly to short. Valdez charges up. He gloves, flicks it across, and throws him out on the run. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the sixth. Our Wellspan Sports Medicine injury report tonight. Revs are without Ian Durham with the elbow. Mikey Reynolds has done some coaching of first tonight, but still working his way back with that fractured finger. Eric Patterson getting close with the quad strain, and same goes for Bo Vaughn with the oblique. Mr. Wellspan Sports Medicine injury report. Here's Darrell Ward, who's 0 for 2. And Neal fires, and that's a fastball for a called strike. I think I came down with a groin strain in the security line yesterday, Ray.
Wouldn't be surprised if you did.
It's the 0-1. And a ground ball to first, getting to Dre. He's got it. And he'll take it to the bag himself. A very quick 1, 2, 3, 6th inning for Matt Neal. He has been outstanding so far tonight. We go to the bottom of the sixth. The Revs lead it 5-0.
Broadway transmission? I don't know how they do it.
We've been in business for 60 years at the same location.
I don't know how they do it.
It's our long-term nationwide warranties.
Oh, and don't forget our online appointment scheduling.
I still don't know how they do it.
They toted my van at no cost with my repair.
It's our ATRA certified technicians. Don't forget the good-looking genius in the office.
Come on, man.
I know they helped me with financing. Still, with my bad credit, I don't know how they do it.
I did my research and felt comfortable that Broadway is a AAA approved specialty repair shop. I showed my AAA card and saved some hard-earned cash.
I was happy to get a $100 rebate in the mail after the job was done.
I sure don't know how they do it, but I do know they get it done, and they get it done right.
Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and back on the road fast. Check us out on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
I'm Brandon. I'm an EMT.
And I'm Brandon. When he was in 8th grade.
With Dad's job, we moved around a lot.
So I went to school online at Connections Academy.
Virtual education was more flexible, and I learned to think independently.
I got way organized.
That paid off junior year when I started going to high school here in town, and it's paying off now.
Whoa, you look cool in that uniform.
I know, right? We look cool.
Connections Academy, the tuition-free online public school for grades K through 12. Visit connectionsacademy.com.
On air, online, and on your smartphone. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Nothing Revs. We head to the bottom half of the sixth. Ryan Baker remains in. He's at 88, pitches through 5. He has retired 7 of his last 8. Salvador Paniagua to lead things off. Baker's first pitch of the inning is up high. Paniagua just missed a home run in the second inning. In the third inning, he settled for an RBI single back up the middle. 1-0 pitch, swung on and fouled back toward the net. Molina will give it a look and lands a couple of rows in. RBI for Paniagua, his 10th. If the wind wasn't blowing the way that it was tonight, I guess it was. It seems like it's settled down. He would have had that long ball to left. A 1-1 pitch and a fastball up and away. Baker, a former Tampa Bay Rays farmhand. That's who he signed with initially out of Columbus State University. Now deals home. And a fastball and a wide strike call. Excuse me. 2-2. The right-hander comes home. And a swing and a floater to right. Fred Lewis a step in. Now tiptoes back, and he's there. Puts it away for out number 1. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification here on Revolution Radio.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
1 down, Revs lead at 5-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Sean Smith, the hitter. And Baker winds, comes home, and a fastball for a called strike. Smitty 2 at-bats, 2 flyouts tonight thus far. He's with Southern Maryland in 2013. The 0-1, and he swings and fouls it away, right field side. Baker spent 7 years in the Rays system. 1 year with the Brewers. He made it as high as AAA with both. 2010, he went 9-5 with an ERA in the 3s at AAA Durham. Pitch to Smith is a little nubber. Back to the mound. Baker on 2 bounces, collects it, throws to first for the out. As Smitty bounced it right off the plate. So Baker now has retired 9 of his last 10, 6 in a row. We'll go to the top of the order. And Starlin Rodriguez. Rodriguez 1 for 3, a 2-run homer. First pitch is down and away. Line smashed through the wind and out to left center in the second inning. His second home run with York. Both have gone that direction. The 1-0. And he lines a base hit up the middle. Now Rodriguez with his second hit of the night. Fastball middle away. He reached out and got it and slaps it up the middle. Slightly over toward left center. And he's a 2-out base runner. He really has swung the bat well. Pretty aggressive guy at the plate, too. A lot of the newcomers and the young guys have added an aggressive streak to this team. Here's Wilson Valdez, who's 1 for 3. And also the record-tying steal to his name tonight as he looks at a fastball just down and away. Baker wanted it. Valdez has hit safely in 8 straight now, and that steal in the second inning, his 69th with York, tying Scott Grimes' mark. Next one on the way, and he fouls it off over the first base side. Baker has just now reached the 100 pitch mark on the night. He leans in and looks. And a throw to first. Back standing is Rodriguez. Our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. Lancaster's behind 4-0 in Camden in the third inning. Bridgeport at Somerset. That's a 1-1 game in the fourth. There's the stretch, the 1-1. And a sharp ground ball to second, right at Opitz, though. 2 skips, he's got it, throws to first to end the inning. Now the Revs get a 2-out single from Starlin Rodriguez. He's left on. And we'll move to the 7th tonight. Still daylight here in York. Matt Neal coming back out, and he's got a 5-0 lead.
Providing quality services efficiently and in a timely manner to its clients is the mission of the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins. GSLSC is equipped to handle any real estate transactions, leases, residential and commercial real estate settlements, zoning issues, and all matters involving municipalities. They are also experienced in the formation and operation of family real estate ventures that are tax sensitive to the needs of the investors. Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins is an approved title insurance agency and can provide you with title insurance and legal representation at one low cost when buying a home or investment property. Don't risk any real estate settlement without an experienced real estate attorney from the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins at your side. Phone 717-757-7602. They've been handling residential and commercial real estate matters in South Central Pennsylvania for more than 50 years. With mortgage interest rates at an all-time low, now is the time to buy or refinance. Phone 717-757-7602 today or visit their website, gslsc.com.
Savory's Funnel Cakes have brought their delicious funnel cakes from the York Fair to Santander Stadium. Be sure to visit their stand on the third base concourse near the hop corner, as they offer both regular and pumpkin funnel cakes. Also, be sure to check out Savory's Funnel Cake Eating Challenge played between innings during York Revolution home games. They also offer event catering. Give Savory's a call at 717-271-3485. That's 717-271-3485. Savory's Funnel Cakes, York's delicious delicacy for all to enjoy.
The radio home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Six innings in tonight. Revs lead at 5-0. Gustavo Molina to lead off the 7th, and Neal delivers a strike as he starts the inning at the 70 pitch mark through 6. On the 0-1, and Molina breaks his bat, punches it in the air on one hop, glove by Pounds coming in from third. He throws him out at first. Molina had 2 of their 4 hits. Retired for the first time. And Ray, what would you do if you had a broken ash tree or some other ash tree care concern?
Well, if you're not at Santander Stadium, you can't visit the Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care Fan Service Center. You can do the next best thing. That's called good folks at Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care.
I would call him now. Here's Jake Opitz, who looks at a fastball strike. Or you can visit their website at heritagelawnandlandscape.com. Pitch to Opitz, a curveball. That sweeps in for a strike. Neal ahead 0-2. Opitz a single and a fly out tonight. Neal the wind and the pitch. And a ground ball to second. Starlin's got it and throws on to first for the out. 2 up, 2 down. 12-0, Matt? What inning? Bottom of the third, the Orioles are leading the Phillies 12-0 on our York Mitsubishi Major League scoreboard. Plenty of time for that Phillies offense to come back, though. I mean, maybe if you give them like a month. Here's Jovan Rosa, who is 0 for 2 tonight. And Neal with the pitch. That's up high for ball 1. You want to know what the Mets are doing, Ray?
No, I'd rather not.
Okay. Here's a check swing, and it's dribbled foul up the first base side. 1-1 on Rosa. Mentioned he's from Connecticut. It's from East Hartford, Connecticut. Probably a Hartford Wolfpack fan. As he takes a strike from Neal, it's 1-2. Neal the wind, the pitch, and a swing and a foul tip. Just glanced off of Paniagua's glove. Neal's location has been fantastic, though, tonight, and that was right around where where he wanted it. Right around where Paniagua had set up. 1-2 again, and a cutter just missed away. Neal had started to walk off. He's feeling good out there.
Maybe thought he'd get Rosa chasing with it, but he wouldn't bite.
Now the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on another cutter. And Matt Neal with his 4th strikeout of the night. 11 straight retired. Another 1-2-3 inning. Stretch time here at the bank. Revs lead it 5-0.
Looking for something cool to do this weekend? Looking for a different kind of family fun? Come to the coolest place in town, York Ice Arena. Get on the ice with your friends for Rock and Skate. The last Friday of each month. Every Wednesday is family night with free skate rentals for the whole family. And remember, the coolest place in town is also available for the coolest birthday party in town. For party package prices and public skating times, check out YorkSkate.com. Want to learn to skate? Want to suit up and learn how to play some hockey? Come to the coolest place in town, York Ice Arena. Learn to skate programs are now available for all ages, for every skating ability. Class levels range from beginner to freestyle, where you'll learn basic jumps, spins, and footwork, and skating rental is included. Or get on the ice for York Ice Arena hockey programs, taught by Ice Arena coaches. Boys and girls can learn proper techniques for the game. Rental equipment is available. Group skating lessons and beginner hockey programs are forming now. Plus, York City residents get a 50% discount. Register today. Go to YorkSkate.com.
Smith, Mayer & Little is a holistic wealth management group with one product, advice. We aim to simplify our clients' lives, help them retire comfortably, and build lasting legacies for their families and the causes they care about. Our purpose is simple, to make a meaningful difference in the lives of our clients, our community, and the world in which we live with the advice we provide. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. We make our living by making a difference. Visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC. WellSpan has helped many professional, student, and recreational athletes stay at the top of their game. And they can do the same for you. With a full spectrum of care, including sports nutrition, concussion management, orthopedic surgery, and physical therapy, our winning team can help you prevent an injury or treat one. For immediate care, call 1-877-482-5420 or visit wellspan.org/sportsmedicine.
Revolution! The Straw at Santander Stadium. That's right, Darryl Strawberry will inspire the York Revolution crowd Saturday, June 27th for Faith and Family Night, presented by Christian School of York and Alan Mark Rattel, Allstate Insurance Agency. Come hear Strawberry speak on his personal story of redemption before the game. Then you can meet him and get an autograph. Visit YorkRevolution.com for all the details and tickets to June 27th. Post-game fireworks as well, presented by Sight and Sound Theaters. Faith and Family Night is June 27th.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom of the seventh, a 5-0 lead for the Revs. Brian Pounds will look at a strike on the first pitch from right-hander Orlando Santos, who takes over. Pitching change is brought to you by Maple Donuts. Santos, the 0-1. It is a slider and a called strike 2. Pounds on base all 3 times tonight. 2 singles and a walk. Also a run scored. Talvin Nash, Nick Ferdinand due up this inning as well. On a stretch, the 0-2, and he fouls it back into the net. Brian Baker, 6 innings, 10 hits, allowed 5 runs, all earned. His final 3 innings were scoreless. Walked 1, struck out 4, 101 pitches, 70 of those for strikes. The Blue Crabs now into their bullpen as Santos readies. Another 1-2, and Pounds another foul. This one back up, hit off something above the roof and plops down onto the field behind home plate. Right past Nash, who waits for his 4th Revs at bat. Santos 1-1 with a 2.21 ERA in 13 outings this season. Ready again, and deals, and that missed a little high. 2-2. 20 in the 3rd innings, just 12 hits given up by Santos. Opponents hitting 174. Has walked 14, but has struck out 19. On a pitch, and a swing and a miss. That's how he was giving Pounds a steady dose of off speed. Came back with a fastball at 91. Pounds retired for the first time tonight. Here's Talvin Nash, 1 for 3 in his debut. He singled in the first pitch he saw in the first inning, ripped one to left, and ended up scoring. Part of that 2-out rally that set the tone. The first one from Santos is up high, a slider. Revs looking to hit the reset button tonight. The 1-0 and a swing and a miss on a slider. They desperately needed the off day, but probably not thinking about this a whole lot right now, but they are looking to end a club record tying 7-game skid here tonight. Put that completely in the rearview mirror as Nash cuts and misses. A fastball at 93 down in the zone. 1-2. Take a moment after that hefty hack. Santos set. And the 1-2. Fastball misses up. Six-foot righty from the Dominican Republic. He had previously pitched in the Frontier League. He was an Evansville Otter before coming to Southern Maryland. He went from an otter to a crab. Now he deals, and a swing and a miss. Gets Nash on a fastball down and away. He is now 1 for 4 in his Revs debut, and Santos has struck out the first 2 that he's faced this inning. Went from being one sea creature to another.
I don't think that was purposeful. But
we can't be sure about that.
No, but it's good for nice banter for us. So
here's Nick Ferdinand, who takes a strike. That's probably about all it's good for. Ferdinand 1 for 3, a 2-run double in the first inning tonight. And Santos the 0-1 and a swing and a foul tip straight back. He does bring it. Low 90s, like we mentioned.
Well, if he ever gets signed by the Mariners, there's a game note. Snippet waiting for it right there.
Man, the possibilities. It's the 0-2. And a swing and a fly ball, right center field. Lewis and Vega. Fred Lewis, the right fielder, he's there. And squeezes it. It's a 1-2-3 7th inning. Blue Crab pitchers have held the Revs quiet the last 4 innings, but a great start tonight. And they will carry a 5-0 lead onto the 8th.
Providing quality services efficiently and in a timely manner to its clients is the mission of the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins. GSLSC is equipped to handle any real estate transactions, leases, residential and commercial real estate settlements, zoning issues, and all matters involving municipalities. They are also experienced in the formation and operation of family real estate ventures that are tax sensitive to the needs of the investors. Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins is an approved title insurance agency and can provide you with title insurance and legal representation at one low cost when buying a home or investment property. Don't risk any real estate settlement without an experienced real estate attorney from the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins at your side. Phone 717-757-7602. They've been handling residential and commercial real estate matters in South Central Pennsylvania for more than 50 years. With mortgage interest rates at an all-time low, now is the time to buy or refinance. Phone 717-757-7602 today or visit their website, gslsc.com.
Tires aren't all the same, and neither are tire dealers. So find a dealer who carries Michelin and BF Goodrich tires. Michelin offers safe, fuel-efficient, long-lasting tires that provide exceptional performance and extraordinary value. BF Goodrich tires are built for drivers looking for high performance and aggressive styling. Next time you need tires, don't deal with amateurs. See the tire experts. The friendly, knowledgeable sales team at L&M Tire and Wheel in Abbottstown can help you take changing weather in stride and save.
The Revolution plays here. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Top of the 8th, 5-0 is the lead, and Matt Neal will go to work, facing Anthony Vega leading off. And pitch number 82 of his night is down a little bit. Oh, but 1-0. And a ground ball to first base. Right there is Perez shifting right. It's a foot race, and Neal does just beat Vega to the bag. Vega can scoot, and Neal was tested hustling over. And he got there just ahead of him for the first out on the 3-1 hookup. Another ground ball out.
Definitely beat him by a step. Looking back at the replay. Who my brother is operating tonight, so thank you, Nate, for that.
Ah, nice.
He could probably care less.
Here is Grant Zawadzki. And Neal's first pitch is chopped to short. Valdez steps up. He gloves it low, cranks it across. Throw was low, but Perez digs it. Makes the backhand pick out of the dirt. And 2 down on ground balls quickly here in the 8th. Revs a 5-0 lead. They do have bullpen activity. Neal now at 84 pitches. He is high this season, 108, at Long Island on June 1st. Had 104 at Sugarland in his last start. Here's Fred Lewis, top of the order. He breaks his mat, punches it to short. Valdez charges, gloves, and throws on the run to get him. And Matt Neal with a 4-pitch inning in the top of the 8th. He's retired 14 in a row. A Revs season best as he walks back to the dugout. What a gem tonight. Another broken bat brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Revs lead it 5-0.
Remember when the goal was to see how fast you could run home from school, play 99 straight innings of wiffle ball, or jump up onto anything? At WellSpan Health, we think making time to play is still a great goal. Being healthy is how you get there. And just in case your grown-up body can't keep up with your inner child, WellSpan Orthopedics walk-in injury care is there to help with a team specially trained in treating sprains, strains, and broken bones. If you have a WellSpan primary care physician, your visit is added to your electronic health record so your doctor may coordinate any follow-up care. You never need an appointment, and both our Apple Hill location in York and our new Hanover Orthopedics location are open evenings and weekends. You can get all the details about orthopedic walk-in injury care at wellspan.org/injury. At WellSpan Health, it's our goal to help you get healthy and stay healthy, no matter how old you are or how young you feel.
Summer is about taking time for what really matters. Spending time with the family, enjoying nature's beauty, having a healthy lawn you can be proud of, plus the time to enjoy it. With Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, you get world-class environmentally responsible lawn care from a hometown team. The result is a vibrant, beautiful lawn that turns heads and boosts curb appeal. Visit us at heritagelawnandlandscape.com.
Your home for Revolution Baseball. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
This is Hall of Fame third baseman Brooks Robinson. Catch York Revolution Baseball all season on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Bottom of the 8th, 5-0 the lead for the Revs. Right-hander Cody Epley, the Northern York grad and former Barnstormer, takes over for Southern Maryland. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. And Andres Perez to face him first. First pitch is a fastball for a called strike. Dre tonight 0 for 3, but in the first inning really hammered one deep. Vega made a nice play on it, deep in center. The 0-1, and it's down and in. Perez started the hands on the appeal. They say he went. It's 0-2. It'll be Perez, Calderon, and Paniagua due up. The 0-2, and that just misses away. Epley, no record in 18 games, a 3.06 ERA, 1 save. This is his 5th appearance with Southern Maryland. Delivers, and it's scraped foul, straight back. In 4 outings with Southern Maryland, 5 2/3 scoreless innings, and only 1 hit given up since joining his new team. He was traded over on June 2nd for a player to be named later. Pitch to Perez, and a swing and a miss. Got him to reach at a slider. All goose eggs since the Revs built the 5-0 lead through 3. With 1 down, Jacob Calderon coming up. He is 2 for 3, a double and 2 runs scored. Revs out hitting the Crabs 10-4. First pitch misses down low. Very nice debut for Calderon, fifth-year pro who had been in the Yankees system. His first 4 years, he signed out of the Dominican Republic in 2011 and swings here and comes up empty. 1 ball, 1 strike. .250 career games, 34 home runs, 144 driven in. 1-1 pitch and a backdoor slider, a called strike. Last year in 24 games, he hit .318 for Charleston, then was promoted to High A Tampa, Florida State League. The 1-2, and that's inside. Fastball at 88. Played a career-high 109 games 2 years ago between Staten Island and Charleston. He combined for 15 home runs that year. The 2-2 pitch, and he swings, hits a little dribbler. Off the mound is Epley toward first. He'll underhand it to get him. And that's out number 2. Epley, a former Yankee, he was in the big leagues for 59 games in 2012. An ERA of .333 in a full big league bullpen season. Originally drafted by the Rangers in 08 out of VCU by way of Northern York High School. Born in Harrisburg. Here's Paniagua, who's 1 for 3. RBI single in the third. And the pitch is a broken bat, and it's floated down the left field side. The ball, that is, into the stands. Half of the bat ends up beyond third base in foul territory. And Paniagua left with just the handle will head over. And Ray, if you were left with just the handle of your bat, or if you had an ash tree problem such as Emerald Ash Borer, where would you go?
Well, fans and Daryl, I would go to Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care.
That's great. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com. Experts in tree care, lawn care, landscaping.
And broken bats.
And broken bats. Oh, Paniagua, foul tip. It nailed Molina in the face mask. But he seems to be fine. It's 0-2. Epley a few years younger than Anthony LaRue, who also is a Northern York High School product. He's our resident polar bear. Epley ready, he deals, and it's down and away, 1-2.
I'd be curious to see what Lancaster's going to get out of this deal with the Blue Crabs later in the season, as Epley, heck of a reliever.
Yeah. Now he delivers, and a called third strike. Fastball on the outside corner. And a 1-2-3, bottom of the 8th. Well, we will head to the 9th. And Matt Neal is marching back to the mound. 9th inning here tonight. It's the Revs 5 and the Blue Crabs nothing.
Where will you find the kinds of deals on athletic footwear that are too hot to keep indoors?
Outside, under the tent.
Of course.
Flying feet.
Flying Flying Feet Sports Shoes annual tent sale is back. This Friday and Saturday only. Father's Day weekend just wouldn't be complete without a money-saving stop under the tent for this once-a-year Flying Feet event. Greg Baum and his staff have combed through their enormous back room and tagged some of this year's best deals. Save on thousands of discontinued and one-of-a-kind athletic shoes for men, women, and children at astonishingly low prices. Running shoes, cheerleading shoes, walking shoes, hiking boots, soccer cleats, volleyball shoes, all kinds of shoes for all kinds of activities. Athletic socks and apparel on sale too. 10 sale items are self-service only, so allow plenty of time to shop and try on. Cash or check with ID only. No charges accepted. Please come prepared. Flying Feet. The annual tent sale at Flying Feet Sports Shoes. 1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York. Friday 10 to 9, Saturday 9 to 4. All sales final.
If you are facing retirement decisions, Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group can develop a customized retirement income plan. As specialists in retirement planning, we will guide you on Social Security benefits, 401k and retirement plan rollovers, pension choices, and distribution options. We can explain employer benefit plans and retirement systems such as PESERS and TIA-CREF. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a cup of coffee or visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Top of the ninth, a 5-0 lead for the Revs. And Matt Neal with 85 pitches through 8 innings. Will face Casey Stevenson up first. First offering misses down low. Revs fans tonight have had a chance to see how Neal looked in that game at Somerset last season. The 0-1, 1-0 rather, and it's in for a strike. Board was off by a pitch. 1-1 the count. Stevenson 1 for 3 on the night. As Neal winds and delivers, and a swing and a tapper foul first base side. 1-2. It's 2, 3, and 4 in the order for Southern Maryland. The Revs do have bullpen activity. Neal has been in control. And he winds the 1-2, swung on and pulled down the line in right, but foul into the picnic area. Just over the ledge above the bullpen. 1-2 it remains. 5 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for York. No runs, 4 hits, no errors for Southern Maryland. Last June 3rd at Somerset, Neal completed a win on 94 pitches. He deals, and it's lined the other way. A base hit for Stevenson to start the ninth. That one coming on his 90th pitch of the night. Stevenson and Molina each with 2-hit games. Opitz has their other hit. And here's Zach Wilson, who's 0 for 3. Double play grounder, strikeout, and another ground out. And Neal to the stretch. First time since the 4th. And a swing and a miss on a cutter to Wilson. Ends a streak of 14 straight retired. Longest streak in a game by a Revs pitcher this season. Now he's ready. They set up in tight. The 0-1 is swung on and fouled off to the right field side. Wilson laid on it. Such an easy delivery from Neal. It just jumps out of his hand. Last year, the 94-pitch CG at Somerset, 12-1 win. The first CG of his career as he steps off. Now ready once more. And the 0-2 almost hit him as Wilson twists out of the way. Neal, a 29th round pick of the Marlins in 2011 out of BYU. exercise science major there. Stretch. The 1-2. And a ground ball toward the middle. It'll get through into center. Valdez had him played to pull within his double play depth. And Wilson finds the middle of the field. And here comes Mace. No, it does not appear that it'll be the first career shutout for Neal tonight, but man, was he excellent. Absolute gem here this evening, and they will call on the bullpen to try to finish it. He was going for the second complete game shutout by a Revs pitcher in 5 home games, but he will walk off to a standing ovation here at Santander Stadium tonight. What a masterpiece from Matt Neal, who took a shutout into the 9th. And Stephen Penny will come on looking to finish it for him. Waves his cap to the crowd. His teammates wait to greet him. He wanted to finish what he started, but he was brilliant. 8 innings plus 2 hitters. He finishes at 94 pitches. And Stephen Penny on to look to finish it off. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. I began tracking at the 6th inning. He had a 9-pitch 6th, an 11-pitch 7th, a 4-pitch 8th that helped get him all the way into the 9th here tonight. Tired 14 straight at one point. Out of the 24 outs, a total of 13 on the ground, 4 on strikeouts, 7 in the air. No Penny introduced as the bagpipes are cued. Ray, when we saw Neal and Kenny Ogwood discussing the game plan before the game, they were working on a game plan that turned out to be something special tonight.
You can say that game plan that they came up with pretty much came to fruition. Discussing who they would pitch inside, who they would try to get the chase, and it seems everything went according to plan this evening.
0 walks for him. And Big Pen comes on here. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts as he adds to his Revs record, his 184th appearance with York. This season, 1-1 with an ERA of 1 in 19 appearances, 1 save. Darrell Ward is who he will face first. Ward, a fly out and 2 ground outs tonight. Only 4 of the 9 hitters in Southern Maryland's lineup recorded a hit off Matt Neal. 5-0 lead. Blue Crabs do have their first 2 aboard. And Penny ready. First pitch, a splitter swung on and missed. Nasty to start him off with that. Thing just fell apart on its way to home plate. Twilight here this evening. It's turned into a pretty night as Penny comes set. And the 0-1 swung on, grounded foul down the first base line. Quickly ahead of Ward, 0-2. Ward staring out his way as he thinks it over and now steps back in. And Penny is ready to go. The stretch, 0-2. Oh, now's not the time to get tight. That's been a strike all night, but he's pinched on it. And it's 1-2. Yep, that was a strike. Watching the replay. A 1-2, and he fouls it back into the net. So I'll have to work a little harder after getting squeezed. Ward clean up in Southern Maryland's order. Penny ready to go again. The 1-2 and a splitter popped him up out towards shallow right. Long run for Calderon, and Rodriguez makes a great grab. One down here in the 9th inning. Starlin Rodriguez from second was going out. Had to make an over-the-shoulder grab and avoid a collision with Calderon, who went into a slide. With the glove extended upward, should it have dropped, he was in position to make an attempt on it, but also able to defense himself and his infield teammate. Now Rodriguez with a tremendous play. One down, and here's Gustavo Molina, who's 2 for 3. And he will back out. First pitch, splitter, and it's in for a strike. Up in the zone, but got it over. Penny had to work a little bit harder than Revs fans thought he should have on Ward, but he got the first out. Now the 0-1, and it's beaten foul at the plate. No balls and 2 strikes. Scored 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third tonight. 5-0 lead as Penny shakes off once. And now he's in agreement on it. He's ready. The 0-2. And it just missed away. A splitter. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Come back in. The pitch missed down and toward the outer half. 2-2. Paniagua will reach back for a new ball. That one picked up a little dirt. Two, and a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Got him to chase down low on the fastball. And the Revs an out away from snapping this streak and maybe starting anew as they return home tonight. 2 down here in the 9. And Jake Opitz will dig in. He is 1 for 3. Penny looking to put forth a clean finish for Matt Neal as Paniagua will ask for time and head out for sign purposes, requesting that a timeout not be charged, and it was safely executed. They're set to go, and Penny back on the rubber. He fires and misses down and in as Opitz, the lefty, kicks his back foot out of the way. 1 ball, no strikes. Very eventful day around here. The roster moves from earlier. Revs jumped out to an early lead, looking to finish the night with a much-needed win. Opitz back in. Penny nods yes. And the 1-0 fastball, that just missed down and in. He wanted that. And it goes to 2-0. Now the 2-0 pitch, and a swing and a liner foul, pulled into the stands in right. It hit the steps between sections 1 and 2 and caromed up into the picnic area. 2-1 the count. Penny has it again. 2-1 pitch, and a swing and a foul back into the screen, and a strike away from putting the wraps on it. Two and two with 2 outs in the 9th. Couple of runners on as Revs fans come to their feet, trying to urge Penny on to picking up this final out. And he's ready to go. The stretch, the 2-2, and a swing and a pop-up. Foul territory. Paniagua back by the screen and just out of room. As it lands in the first row, just behind the left edge of the net. And Opitz barely stays alive. New ball for Penny as Paniagua picks up the mask. First and second, the runners, after back-to-back singles that prompted Penny's entrance. And ready once again, the stretch, the 2-2, and a miss up and away. They'll go to a full count on Opitz. Give both runners the head start. Jovan Rosa is on deck. If it were to get there. Penny a shake off. And now wants to go through it again. Opitz a quick back out. And now we're ready. Here's the stretch. And the payoff pitch. Called third strike. He got him looking. Opitz is steamed. And Stephen Penny strikes him out looking to end it. The Revs with their second shutout win of the year. And Penny finishes it for Matt Neal, who was brilliant tonight, working into the 9th inning and combining on the shutout and a 5-0 win over Southern Maryland. Big-time return home for the Revs, who snapped the losing streak. And after a day in which they made plenty of roster moves and roster news during the course of the afternoon, their first game with a new look lineup results in an impressive 5-0 win. Penny finishes it. And Ray, tonight a little bit of everything for the Revs. They excelled in all aspects.
Absolutely. Matt Neal put on an excellent showing, even though he wanted the complete game, just couldn't get there, but Penny came in to help him out and